got hungry. I ain't got no snackies.
All right, y'all. Welcome back. Triple Option. We got ourselves a new recording program. We've been fighting it all day, as in for the last 15 minutes or so. Tyler's hungry, as you heard before, but we're excited to get going. I can't believe it's already week 7, but before we dive into week 7, let's discuss week 6.
Ooh, week 6 was rough.
Last week, Tyler and Dylan tied, going 8 for 15 on both. Your boy, the smartest one in the group, went 9 for 15, which brings our season totals. Tyler, you and I are tied at 56 and 93, and Dylan, you're 2 games back at 54 and 93.
Are you sure I win 8? Because I have 9 on mine.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, I'm relatively sure.
Did you switch one without remembering? You switched it?
Yeah, I switched. Well, I probably switched one because I got Kansas City, Cincy, Miami, Jackson.
Hold on. You're going in way different order than what I'm in.
Wait, so go ahead. So who'd you have? You had Kansas City. Who'd you have?
Kansas
Ravens
City.
and Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Okay.
Right, so you lost that one.
Atlanta.
You had the Falcons, which you lost.
Chicago.
Which you lost.
Cincy.
Which you won.
San Fran.
Which you lost.
Miami.
Okay. A little different, but yeah.
Jacksonville.
Okay.
New Orleans.
Correct.
Las Vegas.
Correct.
Los Angeles.
The Rams or the Chargers?
Rams.
Well, you had both those teams, but yeah.
Oh, I have Dallas.
Nope, you definitely have the Chargers.
All right. Well, I wrote down Dallas, but
I mean, we can go back and check the tape.
I'm only down 2, which is without.
Well, no, don't get me wrong. I'll do some research, and if we're wrong, we'll come back next Tuesday. I'll say, listen, update. Well, I will go rewatch the tape because your boy is going to take over this league. Anyways, Tyler is still in the lead after he went 3 for 3 weeks 1 through 3 with upsets, being 3 for 6. I'm still 1 for 6, and Dylan, you're at 2 for 6.
Dang, I'm 3 for 6 now, huh? Yikes.
Yeah, you've lost 3 in a row, won 3 in a row. The best stat of all time. Tyler has now taken the crown at losing locks per week.
2 in a row, baby.
2 locks he's missed. I missed 1. Dylan is still perfect on the season. And
he was close. He was.
That Bills game was
sweating. I was a little puckered. I'm not gonna lie.
The worst part about that game is after the 2-minute warning, because they punted it or something. I was like, all right, this game's over. I went to bed. I didn't even see the last 2 minutes of it.
They should have had another PI call, honestly. But
yeah, so I missed that.
I don't disagree with you, but the refs had it right.
All right, so expect Tyler's dancing video out.
Hopefully Wednesday night, if not Thursday morning.
Wednesday night to Thursday morning. Okay, it's a sexy one this time, folks. I'll tell you what. But anyway, let's just get going right into these games. Jaguars at Saints. Now, Dylan, we're going to start with you. Thursday night football. Is Trevor Lawrence going to play? Because that makes a difference. What are you thinking?
If he plays, they win, so I'm going to rock with them.
Okay. Jaguars. Tyler, where are we going on this one?
That's scary because I didn't think about him not playing. That makes sense why they're not favorited. I'm going to stick with the Jags. I've been liking the Saints this year for picks, but I'll stick with the Jags and hope that he plays.
Yeah, T-Law or not, I've been the biggest dick rider of Trevor Lawrence. Sunshine is beautiful, in my opinion. Love him to see him in Carolina blue, but it hurts me to say, but I'm taking the Saints this game. I don't think he's going to play. It's in New Orleans. It's a quick week, and Jacksonville hasn't had their bye since being in London for 2 weeks as well. So sometimes it's going to catch up to it at some point. So I'm going to go the Saints. The Saints are favored 1.5. Before I looked, I wasn't take that as my upset, but it turns out they're favored. So anyway,
it's not much. It's 1.5.
Yeah. So Tyler, because you requested it, You would like to pick the Lions and Ravens game first. Ravens, for some reason, are favored +3, which tells me Vegas knows something. So tell us why you're picking the Lions.
I was thinking the same thing, but kind of like Dylan said before we were recording, it might just be because they're at home. But this is my upset of the week. Lions all the way.
It's even hard to get mad at you because it is -3.
It's a bigger line than like I said. I have the rule that I don't take anything lower than 2.5. So it's the only reason I was like, yeah, that's what I try to stick by.
Okay, fair enough. Dylan, where are you going on this one?
I'm gonna have to take the Lions too. They're hot.
This might be the first upset of the week where everyone picks the Lions. And me, I love me some Lions. I'm trying to bite some kneecaps, bro. So, Raiders at Bears. Justin Fields is hurt. Is he going to play? Is he not? Is he a running back? Is he a quarterback? Is he good at football? Is he not? We're going to find out. But I'm riding with my guy, DJ Moore. And this is my upset of the week. I know. I'm usually for the Raiders. I get it. But this week I'm taking the Bears. To get a dub done. So, Dylan, are you going with me or going against me?
I'm going to have to go against you on this one. I don't know. Their backup, wasn't he like an undrafted guy?
Yes, but
pretty untested.
He did go to the hospital. Forgot about that. It's going to be
Brian Hoyer, the backup in Vegas.
It was Brian. Well, the first game, it was the O'Connell kid.
Yeah.
But against the Patriots, it was Brian Hoyer.
I think Brian Hoyer will play that other kid. I don't even know his name.
Tyler?
I'm actually switching from what I had. Originally, I had the Raiders, but all of a sudden, I'm liking the Bears, mainly because I feel like they're pretty equal without their quarterback. But there's something going on in that locker room with the Raiders. Something isn't right. Nobody's happy, so I'm going the Bears.
I think I want the Raiders to be good, but I just don't think they will be this game. Browns and Colts. Gardner Minshew probably versus PJ Walker again. I don't think Deshaun Watson's coming back. Tyler, this is your team. Your quarterback who's deciding to quit on the team already. It's been 6 weeks, but he's quitting on the team again. But what makes you think the Colts are going to win this game?
I want to say Minshew's performance was just a fluke, starting first time really, whole game, getting the jitters out. He had a lot of fumbles. But that Browns defense is something else right now, so I got to stick with those Browns. And I'm okay with the Colts losing because a better draft pick when Richardson gets healthy, get ourselves a wide receiver next year maybe.
Gotcha. Well, I actually think the Browns were fluking. I think the Eagles just looked right past them. Although we got to talk about Jalen Hurts not being the best quarterback in the NFC at some point. We'll discuss shortly. But I'm actually picking the Colts. I know I'm taking a risk. I like Gardner Minshew more than I like PJ Walker. I about to say Washington. Got NBA on the brain. But PJ Walker, the last 2 games he started, he threw that Hail Mary versus Atlanta when he played for Carolina that we ended up losing, and then he beat the Eagles. So this guy's nuts are huge. Or did I say the Eagles? Yeah, the Niners.
Yeah, you've been talking shit on the Eagles unnecessarily. Watch yourself, 0-6.
Which I will say, I think the Niners defense is better than the Eagles. So,
anyways, the Niners. I'm getting all mixed up. Whatever. Colts by 5. Dylan, what do you think?
I have thought about you just letting you ride with that, but I had it correct.
Yeah, no.
I'm taking the Browns. I do think they have arguably one of the best defenses in the league right now.
It's true. You guys can pick them up off waivers next week. Bills at Jets. Bills at Patriots. Oh my gosh.
You are struggling.
I am struggling. Bills at Jets. It's
Patriots.
Oh my God. Someone else take over. You announce this game, Tyler. Go ahead.
So we got the Bills going to the Patriots. Bill's got to prove something with his team because, man, it's getting bad over there.
Yeah, I mean, Bill Belichick does own the Bills and the whole AFC East, but the Patriots stink. The Patriots suck. They don't have a quarterback. I'm going Bills. Where are y'all going?
Bills.
Okay. I'm good. I can read again. Commander.
Wait a minute. I realize something. What happens if the Patriots end up with Caleb Williams?
Is Caleb Williams good? Because he did not look good versus Notre Dame.
That's true, but either way, Bill might end up with a quarterback he wants.
I think Bill's done after this season, dude. I think
he should be. I don't know if he will be.
I don't know whether it was Stephen A. Smith or if it was Colin Coward who said that if Robert Kraft, what I think he's going to do is go up to Bill Belichick and say, like, listen, you can still coach, but I'm bringing in a GM because when is the last time he hit on a draft pick?
That's true.
Or even hit on a free agent signing. Like he signed Juju over Jacoby Myers, yeah, which is crazy.
I actually don't know if that was a Bill move from his interviews he's had.
Well, he's backpedaling. Like
that's true too.
He's definitely we wanted him. Okay, offer him the same contract you offered no knees Juju. Like, come on. Anyways,
game of the week.
Commanders at Giants. Dylan, I know you're going to give me something interesting on this one. What are we picking?
I'm going to take Giants. And this is going to be my upset of the week.
Oh, it was actually interesting. I was just saying that.
No, just because, it's a rivalry game. The Commanders
is.
Are shaky. I'm not saying the Giants are good at all, but.
Just wanted to point out that both Tyler and I's upsets are +3. Yours is -2. Or, sorry, +2. That's okay, though. That's okay.
Hey, shut up.
Tyler, where are you going with this game?
I honestly don't hate the Giants pick just because if Jones isn't under center, Taylor might be able to do something more with them. But I'm sticking with the Commanders. I think they've got this one.
Yeah, hell to the Commanders, dude. All division games are tough. I think Brian Daboll still is a really good coach, and he's definitely a better coach than Ron Rivera. But I definitely think the Commanders are going to pull away with this one. Falcons at Buccaneers. 3-3, 3-2 to control the NFC South. Who are you picking, Tyler?
I've been riding with the Bucs all season. I think I'm going to continue to do it. I like them as a team altogether. I've kind of sometimes when I don't know what I want to do, I lean towards my fantasy team, but I've kind of got a player on both sides, so we'll just stick with the Bucs.
Gotcha. I'm also picking the Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield slinging that thing. Actually, he didn't really look that great last week. But, yeah, I'm picking the Buccaneers. Dylan?
I'm taking the Bucs, too. I don't think Desmond Ritter's a good quarterback still.
Yeah, Desmond Ritter sucks. This is what I'm worried about. I'm worried the Falcons trade for – I know he said that he's not leaving Kirk Cousins or maybe Justin Fields. I wouldn't be too scared of that, but he's going to run all over the Panthers every single year. That's what I'm worried about. I'm a little worried about that. But other than that, he shouldn't even have beat the Panthers week 1. That was bullshit. But we're not looking in the past. We're looking forward. Moving on to Steelers at Rams, opening up our 3:05 games. This game, it just seems incredibly boring to me. The Rams aren't as fun to watch as they used to be. The Steelers, I have no interest in watching. However, I think the Rams will handle their business. Dylan, what do you think?
I think the Rams are going to handle it too. I think it's going to be a pretty close game. I think that the Rams have more consistency under their belt than the Steelers do.
Yeah.
Fire Matt Canada.
Fire Matt Canada.
I guess that leaves me. It's hard because I almost want to say the Steelers just because the Rams aren't going to have a running game. But I actually think that makes them better not having to worry about running since you've got nobody back there anymore. So Rams all the way.
The running back, he ran for 154 yards.
But he might not play this week.
Well, yeah, but I mean, worried
I hope
about
he
running.
plays.
How can you be worried about running when your back is going 154 yards? I'm just saying.
Yeah. No, I mean, like I said, I hope he keeps running, but there's a chance he doesn't play this week, so I think they might just be throwing every single play. Over on attempts, maybe?
Oh, of course. You and your attempts.
Hey, I didn't do any attempt picks last week, and I still lost.
Cardinals at Seahawks. Seahawks are favored -8, which is a lot for a division game. Tyler, what are you doing on this one?
You would start with me. This was one I wanted to play off of what you guys did, but lead the way, Seahawks, I guess.
Say pass. Pull your tampon out and say pass.
No, I'll start. Seahawks all the way.
Dylan, what are you doing with it?
Seahawks, and I feel like I'm going to regret this come the weekend, but this is going to be my lock.
Ooh, our first lock.
I think coming off a bye, the Seahawks are going to look better. They looked kind of shaky before, but I think they've kind of buttoned it up now.
That's why you wanted to jump ahead, just in case Tyler took your lock.
No, he knew that.
I knew.
If I was in a state where I could legally gamble, this would be my mortal lock of the week. As in, I would take Cardinals +8. That is so many points for a division game. And the Cardinals aren't – I mean, they're clearly tanking, but they're not a bad football team. Like, they're going to punch you in the mouth until the fourth quarter when they lay over and die, which, you know, you got to do what you got to do for Caleb Williams, I guess. But, I mean, I still have the Seahawks winning, but I think it's going to be a 3-point game. So, free gambling advice. If it hits, Venmo me or you suck. But moving on.
We're agreeing on way too many picks. It's scaring me.
It is scaring me. Packers at Broncos. This one might be a little different. I'm going to let Dylan start on this one. What are we thinking?
I really don't know. The Broncos are inconsistent. Some weeks they look like they can punch you in the mouth. Hell, even on some plays they look like they're ready to punch you in the mouth, and then they just throw it away. I think I'm going to take the Packers.
Go, Pack, go. Tyler?
I might switch again on this one. I'll be honest. I had the Packers, and I've got them circled. But I still feel like the Broncos are going to come out hot. They're trying to make those receivers look good so they can trade them away. So I'm going to go Broncos. This might be stupid, but I'm going to go Broncos.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like Green Bay is just as inconsistent. They haven't looked very good lately.
I think this is the hardest game to pick. I got to give a shout out to my boy Steve Smith Sr., who put Jerry Jeudy in his place, and all those talks about the Panthers trading for Jerry Jeudy just went away. Thank goodness. We do not want Jerry Jeudy unless he was converting to cornerback, because I think he'd be a good cornerback in the league. Dude can't catch, but he can run routes. That being said, I'm picking the Packers strictly because they have the best head coach. Not the best, but the better head coach. And, I mean, they have the better defense, too. Don't get me wrong. And you know what? They have the better – this is actually an easy game to pick. Packers by 10.
I actually like that because my record when you guys go against me is pretty good.
That's true. That's true. Chargers at Chiefs. I know Tyler's thinking like, oh, let me lock this one. Let me lock this one. So I'll be doing this, and I'll be locking this one. I have the Chiefs, no doubt. The Chargers, it sucks for Justin Herbert because he's always going to be the little brother to Patrick Mahomes in that division unless he gets out. But the Chargers would be stupid to get rid of him, and so that's going to be a rough situation for probably his entire career as he's going to play little brother. Chiefs at home, mortal lock. I'll put the mortgage on the Chiefs. Okay. That is legal gambling advice. Whatever it's called. Tyler, now that I took your lock, what are you going to do?
Well, after our picks, we'll have to discuss the rules on if I can go back. But, because this was 100% my lock, going the Chiefs still, it's not going to flip me, so we'll just stick with the Chiefs. I want the Chargers to be good, but there's something missing there.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's Brandon Staley or if it's just like a Chargers curse. And let's talk about that fan. That fan, I know she went on Pat McAfee's show, but she is fake, right? That is
She's also a Minnesota fan. I don't know if you saw
that. I saw that picture.
No, I saw it too. She was a Minnesota fan until the Chargers moved
to LA.
Hey,
Still might be an actor, but getting paid to be fans not bad.
oh, it's sketchy. It's sketchy.
Hey, if they were paying you 150K, you'd throw on a freaking Falcons uniform.
You're telling me they paid her 150K?
You
They
don't
probably
know.
gave receipts for free and said go crazy.
Would you do that?
If it wasn't versus the Panthers, I probably would.
Exactly.
I probably would. I'm just a man. Dylan, round it out for us. Yeah, 100% Chiefs. So let's just make a ruling real quick. If your lock gets taken, we got to figure out can two people lock the same one, or do you just let them go back on the board and pick a different one?
I say no double locks, but it's up
No
to you
double
guys.
lock.
If I have to choose from the rest, I can. But if I can go back, I would at the same time. So
Well,
you guys
I had to
choose.
go back and change my locker upset before, so
Yeah. So go ahead, Tyler. Don't tell us what the lock is. Give us the whole spiel on who it is, and then tell us. And go.
Let me give you give you the whole spiel on what?
Hype us up. Make us actually
okay.
win.
If you were gonna force me, I was gonna lock in the Dolphins, which I still think is a decent lock, but I'm gonna go against my home team here. That Browns defense, like I said earlier, is just so good. We're locking that win in. They're just so dominant. Their offense may be a little rough, but
that makes me
run on us.
So happy you picked the Browns, as y'all two both have the Browns. I have the Colts, and when y'all pick against me, I'll be winning those. That's the reason why I won last week.
Hey, that's fair. I'm just trying not to dance again, and the Dolphins and Eagles might be too close. I don't want to.
We're gonna see you dancing again. But speaking of the Dolphins and Eagles, can we all just quick moment of silence, take our hats off, bow our heads, and thank the football gods for a good Sunday night football game for once.
Oh, we're actually doing this.
Thank you. Thank you. That being said, Eagles are frauds, fins up. My entire fantasy team rides on this. I need the Dolphins to win, so I'm picking the Dolphins. Dylan, I'm taking you last because we all know who your homer ass team is going to go. Tyler, it sounds like you're going the Dolphins too, but let's hear it.
I am, and that's just because these teams I feel like are pretty equal. They have different strengths and weaknesses. I just can't see the Eagles stopping that wide receiver core. And so I think if this turns into a shootout, I think Miami doesn't quite have it by a touchdown, but I think they have it.
I think it's good for Miami that because they're getting confident like the Cowboys were, and then the Cowboys lose to the Cardinals. Getting confident like the Eagles were, and then the Eagles lose to what they lose to? Was it the Browns or was it the other team?
Jets.
The Jets. That's where I got the Jets. And then they lose to the Jets. And so I bet the Dolphins are using them coming in as an underdog, even though it is home, as a little bit more motivation. And also, they know that my fantasy team is sponsored by them, and so they're going to play well for me.
As a note, it's not at home. It's at the Eagles.
Right. Is that not what I said?
You said it.
I meant, okay, the Eagles are at home. Dolphins are pissed about it. Dolphins by 40. Dylan, tell me why I'm wrong.
Here's the thing. I'm going to pick the Dolphins, which
shoot!
Thing I can do.
Dude, are you even a real Eagles fan?
So here's the thing. The Eagles secondary, non-existent at this point. We had 2 injuries going in. I think we got 2 or 3 more against the Jets. Lane Johnson's hurt. We have injuries all over the place. Our offense is just not looking like it was last year. We got hiccups to fix there. The Dolphins, their main strength right now is the run game. But guess what? If they don't have the run game, you know what they're going to do? Throw it over the top to Tyreek. And guess who's going to
shoot another
Tyreek?
attempts game?
Julio Jones. Julio Jones is playing corner this week. It's going to be a whole dynamic thing. The world's going to be in shock.
I think Julio has
Dolphins by 15.
Dolphins by 15. I think Julio has like 1 or 2 interceptions in his career, something like that. Oddly enough,
he does.
Jalen Hurts, huh? Now that we're here, let's discuss.
I'm gonna be honest. He did look a little rough. I didn't like the play calling either, though.
They're not really involving Smith this year, too. I feel like
they were the first 2 weeks, but I mean, who are you picking right now to start?
He had balls thrown to him. He had a few drops.
Oh.
Did he?
Smith is dropping a few wide open passes.
Hey, trade him to Carolina, bro. We'll go with that.
Colts will take him too.
No.
Right. Jalen Hurts or Jared Goff? Who's the best quarterback in the NFC?
By season end, Jalen Hurts. Currently, Jared
Right
Goff.
now, I'll give Goff to you right now.
Yeah, I
Right
want
now.
apologies handwritten from both of you in the mail tomorrow. 49ers at
Hey,
Eagles.
we're not even halfway through the season.
At Vikings. 49ers at
You are
Vikings.
struggling.
I'm struggling today.
Dude,
Low key, I like this game.
did you hit it
And
with the stupid stick?
honestly, it sucks. The 49ers, they can, with all their injuries and whatnot, like the past couple of years, they're the luckiest team in the world. They hit on Mr. Irrelevant. Well, did they? But as of now, they hit on Mr. Irrelevant. And then 3 Trent Williams, Christian McCaffrey, and Deebo Samuel all go out with injuries, and they have an extra day to prepare. And I'm sure they're all 3 going to play, and I'm sure all 3 of them are going to have touchdowns, including Trent Williams. I really want to take the Vikings here. And if someone took my Bears upset, I was going to take the Vikings as my upset. But because that didn't happen, I'm taking the 49ers. I'm being a pussy about it. I understand. Tyler, what are you doing?
You got to go 49ers here. If they had Jefferson, maybe, but I there's nothing I can say for the Vikings to try to even convince myself. It's 49ers. Even with injuries, I think they'd still have it.
Dylan?
It's 49ers. I think a part of last week, too, was weather. And when you don't go into the game thinking you're going to be throwing 40 times, it's hard to get into that mentality, especially losing your top receiver. But if he goes into this game knowing it's in a dome, weather's going to be fine, and Ayuk is going to be his number 1 target, the plan, quote unquote. And if he gets Debo, that's just icing on the cake.
Yeah, no, I kind of like that too. I hope it's a game. And I guess I have a little crush on Kirk Cousins too, just because, I got a lot of crushes. I got a lot of people I hate too, such as Drew Brees. He's my number 1 I don't like. And
Josh
Von Miller.
Allen.
Not a big Josh Allen guy. Not a big I'm starting to hate Jalen Hurts a little bit, but it's kind of I hate his game, but I like his personality. He's a good dude.
I
He
do
wouldn't
find
kill
it weird
someone like
that Debo used to do everything. I feel like he does nothing now.
I don't even after his whole trade thing, it just seems like he's not.
They had to have him do everything.
That's also true. But Brandon Ayuk is really like turning into.
When you bring McCaffrey,
I think Brandon Ayuk might be like a top 10 receiver. Like I don't know if I can name 10 receivers I'd want over him.
Could you imagine though if they had Devontae Adams?
Who has that? Was it you or was it?
It might have been me. I still feel like that's such a good fit for him. Even if they had to get rid of, I feel like they'd probably keep Ayuk. Even if they had to get rid of Samuel, if you could have Debo or Devontae on your team.
So okay, Tay Adams trade. We made this back in week 5, just a little bet. Tyler, you have the Niners. Dylan has the Bears. I have the Rams. Does anyone want to adjust their pick?
I don't know if he's getting traded at all, honestly.
Well, that's
I still like my pick.
Dylan, are you wanting to waiver off the Bears? Are you good? Bears have the capital to go get it done.
No, I'm gonna chill with it.
I don't think he's going to go to the Rams anymore, but I don't have a better guess. Actually, I am going to switch mine right now. It's going to back to Green Bay.
Yeah, I don't know if he would make. That's such a lateral move.
Back to Green Bay. As of now, so that was week 7. Dylan, Tyler, Kaden, triple option, new platform. Let us know in the comments down below if you like it, what we need to do differently, and we'll be posting a lot more. Talk to y'all soon. I don't know how to end the recording, so we're going to have to edit that part out.
We're authentic here. Just keep it all in.
You ended it before.
Huh?